How to keep track of photography clients. Do you find yourself booking more photography shoots lately? Heck yeah, congratulations! Do you also find that it's harder to keep track of what you should be doing for each of those people at any given time? One of the first lessons I learned from my mentor when I got started was the value of a CRM, which is a customer relationship management tool. What is a CRM? It is an answer to all of your problems. Well, at least the ones related to keeping track of your clients. This video is all about using a CRM, whichever one you decide to use, to keep track of your past, present, and future clients.
It's showtime.
Hello, my name is Mike Lloyd. I have been a professional portrait photographer for 12 years, and I have photographed a ton of people in that time. It would be physically impossible for me to keep track of all of those details without the right tool. Now, some people prefer a handwritten calendar or just keeping notes on a whiteboard, and that's great, but your whiteboard isn't going to store all of your client information. It's not going to send out automated reminders to both you and to your clients. There's a ton of things that none of those analog systems can do, but a CRM will solve all of those issues. So I'm going to break it down into 4 points. I swear I can count. Let's do 4 with 2 hands, because why not? Firstly, what is a CRM? How do you manage leads? How do you manage current clients? And how do you manage past clients? So a CRM is a piece of software, and this could be a one-time buy. Usually it's a subscription model, and it allows you to keep track of all of your past, present, and eventually future clients. So let's say you have a contact form on your website. Somebody fills it out, it sends you an email that's like, hey, so-and-so is interested in doing a shoot, here's your question. Cool. Well, your CRM could replace that contact form. So instead of having a contact form that just tells you that somebody is interested in booking a session, you would have a contact form from your CRM. And what it's going to do is create a profile of that person with their name, their phone number, their email address, when did they originally book you, maybe what kind of session. Is it a family session, high school senior, boudoir, is it a wedding lead? All the information on this lead. It will tell you when they originally contacted you. It'll keep track of all of the emails that you've sent them, the different messages, and you can pre-write email templates in there. So when I get a lead from somebody, they submit to my contact form, it automatically brings them to my scheduling tool. I use Calendly. A lot of CRMs will have schedulers in them also, and they can book a consult with me right there. Super easy. And when they do that, it gets added to my CRM. So now I have a record of who booked consult calls with me. I've already got their email, their phone number, all this information. So when I go to send them an invitation to actually book me, maybe we've done the consult, I took their information. Now I already have that person's profile in my CRM. I can just email them the templatized booking email. So we've paid the session fee. Cool. Thank you so much for booking a session with me. I'm so excited for your photo shoot. Here's a link to my prep guide. It'll help you, or it'll answer every question you could possibly have about getting ready for your shoot, but I'm also available if anything else pops up. Here's a link to sign your booking agreement. Once that's done, your booking will be finalized. I don't hold any dates until that happens. I send the same email out to every single person who books a shoot with me. It is a template in my CRM, so I can take that lead, send the thing to them once they sign the contract in the CRM and they fill out the questionnaire, so I have all their contact info. They're automatically declared as a booked shoot. What does this mean? They move to the next phase of my client life cycle. Now I can separate all of my leads from all of my booked shoots. I can see who has reached out but never actually booked. Cool. Got to send them more emails to follow up. Who is already booked? Those dates are added to my calendar. They get email reminders, giving them tips on how to prepare. Let's stay excited about this. They're asking follow-up questions just to make sure people are still engaged. It could be automated prepayment agreements, all done through my CRM. All of this stuff is automated through this software, so I don't have to keep track of all of it. I photograph 150 to 200 people in a year. I would need to dedicate all of my time to just managing all these appointments, writing and sending these emails, doing all these follow-ups, but my CRM does it all for me. I don't even have to think about it. It fills in their name, shoot location, all of this stuff. It is fantastic. Also, my CRM links to ActiveCampaign, which is where I manage my email list. As soon as somebody books, they're automatically added to my email list in the booked section. So as I'm sending out emails to anyone who's ever opted in to receive emails from me, I can send things to my whole list, or just leads, or just people who have booked, or just people who have booked boudoir sessions, or just people who have booked family sessions. They're automatically tagged and categorized, so I don't have to manually remember or do anything to keep track of who booked me for what and when. It is fantastic. So I have all these people who've gone from leads, now they're booked shoots. They get reminders leading up to their sessions. They also get an email the day after their photo shoot saying how great they did. I had so much fun. Here's a link to my pricing guide. I'm so stoked for your reveal in a couple weeks. Here's the date confirmed again. Here's my address when you come back. All of that stuff is sent out automatically. They get reminders about the reveal. That's when the automations stop for me. Because at that point, the only next step is for me to send them a scripted email when their prints have arrived for them to schedule an appointment to come pick it up. The email is already written, it fills in their name, it sends them to my calendar so they can book their pickup time, automatically adds it to my calendar so I know I have to be prepared for them to come at that time, sends them reminders for everything. Everything is scripted and automated. I don't have to put any extra time or energy into managing it. It is beautiful. All right, so let's talk managing past clients. This is another great way to follow up with people because it logs the date when they first booked you for a session, like when they first reached out to you, when they actually did their session. So I can go into my list of clients and filter them out, say, I want to know everybody who booked or who did their shoot 1 year ago this month. And then I can send out emails to all of them to be like, hey, it's been a year. Let's update those family portraits. I'm going to be doing this special in the fall. As a VIP client, whatever you want to call them, I want to give you first opportunity to pick the time and dates that work best for you. And then the next month, I'll do it again to the ones who booked me the year before that. And every month you can send out those emails, which is a great way to keep your calendar going because you have all these past clients who loved you before and they're happy to work with you again. Maybe they're not going to book with you this year, but it's fine because you can say, I want everyone who's ever booked me in July. And then every July you reach out and you can contact people again. This kind of tool helps you easily manage those kinds of things. So you can turn past clients into repeat clients or just send out thank yous. I host dinner parties in my studio and different fundraiser events. I can reach out to all of my past clients, all of my leads to welcome them into our community. All of this can happen through a combination of my CRM and my email list. All right, so I'm going to do one more little bonus segment for you here. Which CRM to choose. There are a ton of them out there. 17 Hats is one of the popular ones in our industry. Honeybook is another big one. I'll drop all these links down below. Dubsado is a really popular one. Sprout Studio I used for years. I had some technical issues with that one, and so I moved away from them recently. And I've been using Tave, who is my current CRM, and hands down the best one I've worked with so far. The different components of a CRM that you can look for. Automations. Will your CRM send reminders before and after appointments? Not every one of them can do that. That was super important. Also, booking. Will it send a way for someone to sign a contract and to pay you for something and automatically track who is signed and who is paid? Not all of them do that. I really like Have because it does track those things. Some include galleries for either proofing or image delivery. Sprout Studio, for example, has galleries built in. Also, you can do remote IPS sessions through Sprout Studio. It has that functionality built in already. I usually just use Lightroom like I do for my in-person reveals over a Zoom video if I'm going to do a remote IPS session, but Sprout has that built in. Maybe you operate two different brands. Maybe you have a boudoir brand and a wedding brand, or you have families and you have commercial. Different logos, different names, different portfolios, different CRMs will allow you to have one account with multiple brands. So you can say, this client booked me for families. They're going to get things with this logo, with this verbiage, with links to these calendars. Whereas my commercial clients, headshots, personal branding, they're going to get these emails with these logos, these colors, links to these calendars, things like that. So if you operate with more than one brand, it's good to know if you can do that. Will it cost you extra to use that brand? So I'm going to drop a link to Tave down below so you can try it for yourself. This is the CRM that I use. I love it. It's the best one I found so far for my own needs, for managing multiple brands, for everything being scripted and automated. And the coolest thing about them, they have like the best tech support. Because it's a small company, you're not having to go through call centers and fill out these long forms and wait a long time. They will jump on the phone with you or a Zoom call and they will help you fix your problems really, really fast. Sprout Studio also has incredible customer service, but nothing for me has compared to what I've experienced with Tave. Like they sat down with me when I first joined and they walked me through starting everything right there over a Zoom call. So there was no guesswork. And they have incredible articles and tutorials on their website that show you how to set up all of these things. I cannot say enough kind things about them. So please consider using a CRM if you are going to be booking more than, 2 clients a month. It's totally worth it. They're usually anywhere between $10 and $40 a month, but the time you're going to save and the headache you're going to save, it's a non-negotiable. I will never operate a company without one. So there you go. That is how you can keep track of all of your clients by using a CRM. If you want to know how to get more clients, you're like, maybe this sounds great, but I don't have enough to keep me busy. I've got some killer videos on how to book clients, where to find them, like how to find new clients in 2022. That's one of my most popular videos right now, how to book photography clients fast. I've got some killer marketing videos to get you to that point. And if you want step-by-step walkthroughs on all of this, super thorough. I basically hold your hand through it. Head to boudoirguild.com and you can check out my training videos there. You are amazing. I'll see you inside.